Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and I thought I would sit down and do a video for you guys and gals, but let me get a sip of my water first. Get my beautiful radio voice going, and let's talk about this. All right, I'm seeing all sorts of fit shaming going on all the time, new types of it on social media, and it gets ridiculous. And here's examples of what I mean. I'm going to discuss what we see with both men and women, because we see two completely different things happening here. With the men, we routinely see when someone just posts a picture, whether it's their own picture or a picture of an obvious bodybuilder or physique competitor of some type, you see all these people, and it's sometimes even in fitness groups, or it's on a fitness page somewhere, and it's like, you would think that people who are seeing this in their feed probably train. You'll see the reply, steroids, steroids. And you know, the thing is, why does that even need to be said? A lot of times it's very obvious that they're on a lot more than just that. So, I mean, that's already kind of an ignorant statement, but it's like, yeah, obviously that's the case. But why do you need to bring it up if they're not claiming natural? I get it. I understand if someone is doing the fake natty thing. If someone is standing up marketing themselves as a natural, and people say, well, what if they're not selling anything? If they're selling their social media, they're putting out videos, they're putting out reels, they're putting out shorts while doing it. Yeah, that's still doing it because that's profitable. I mean, hopefully everyone realizes all of that is monetized. It's all monetized. They're getting paid for it. So yeah, if they're promoting a fake message and making money on it, and they obviously are on stuff, I get someone jumping in and saying that because it's an unethical business practice. I mean, I used to call that out years and years ago. Yeah, I kind of gave up. It's not worth it to me anymore. But to just jump in and make that reply just seems strange that someone feels the need to point that out. And then they do it and pretend that they haven't worked hard. And that is a problem that I have when people do that with the fake natty thing. Because we need to be clear here. They obviously trained really hard. They obviously ate really well. They obviously, in many cases, are very genetically gifted. That's oftentimes the case, even when there's stuff involved. Okay, so that's where people have these strange ideas. Well, this guy's just so gifted. Yeah, he's not that gifted. The 28 fat-free mass index at 7% body fat is not genetically gifted from a needle. But he probably is genetically gifted, but it's not, doesn't let you surpass these, natural limits. But they always do that. And it's like, but they almost act as if that's the only reason this person is necessarily in shape. No, they obviously have put in some serious work. Okay, and we all know there's stuff involved. I mean, we know that when we see certain physiques. It's blaringly obvious. I don't know why people don't scream Photoshop more, because I think the Photoshop is even more prevalent these days. These people don't even look like this. I've been to enough events and met enough different influencers in real life to tell you a lot of these guys, because they're not training shirtless every day for you on the camera, it's just pictures, they don't look like that. A lot of Photoshop involved, a lot of peeking involved, but I digress. You see this fit shaming. Why? Why do we need to do that? Why do you need to shame people? Like, why can't someone say, okay, that's impressive, or they look good, or they put in some hard work? I would say if they're not doing something deceptive or dishonest or harmful, if you can't say something nice, don't say something at all. You know, just like if you, because you see it as a bad thing, well, no one cares what you think. That's one. Number two, if you see a person who's carrying a little extra body weight, put a picture up, do you automatically scream cheeseburgers, bacon? Hopefully you don't. But there's this fit shaming. You know, it's giving people a hard time for being in shape. Or even worse, you'll see negative statements. Oh, because that guy's really jacked, he must be dumb. He must have a small penis. You know, why are people insulting people for being fit? There's no correlation between these things, guys. These are not because of one than the other. Again, ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Then the worst one, the way they harp on women. When you see fit women, you'll see she looks like a dude. Half the time the dude writing has man titties, so I don't know what he's talking about. It's like, okay, so if being lean and working out makes you look like a man, then having man titties and not working out makes you look like a woman. See, we could fat shame back on these same people, because most of the guys making these statements, you look at their pictures of whatever social media they're doing it on, they're not in shape. What are they talking? So do they not look like a man then? But see, then people get upset. You can't fat shame, but it's okay to fit shame people? Right? We're going to detour people, and that's been a big problem historically. And I get it if women are on a lot of gear. If there can be some virilization, masculization happening because they're taking male hormones. I get it. But that's often not the case. But even then, this whole idea that if a woman is lean, she looks like a man. Because that's usually what they're pointing out, because those same women in the off season, right, when they're not as ripped, then they don't say the same statements necessarily, do they? Like, oh, she just looks a little thicker. It's funny how that works. So when a female bodybuilder or powerlifter is kind of more off season and doesn't have abs, they're like, she looks good, she's looking a little thick. But as soon as she diets down lean, she looks like a man. All she did was lose some body fat. Temporarily, and she'll probably regain it next time she bulks. But again, this idea to shame women because they have worked out and gotten fit, say they look like a man. And the thing is, guys, here's what the guys and the gals need to understand. You do understand these women do this for themselves, right? They're not doing it because their goal is to attract men. Because it's a niche thing. A smaller majority of guys really do appreciate that. I happen to like muscle on a lady, but that's not the norm. It's also due to my lifestyle and being able to respect the commitment. But that being said, they're not doing it to impress you. They're not doing it to look sexy for you guys. That is not their intended goal. They're doing it because they want to do it, because they enjoy doing it. It's something they're passionate about. Okay? Just like I would say to those guys who, are out of shape, who are doing this fit shaming, you drink beer and eat hot dogs and cheeseburgers and get a belly and man titties from it because you enjoy doing those things, not because you think it's attractive to women. See how that works? Yeah, just my 2 cents on the whole thing. But it really needs to stop. People need to just stop doing this. Quit shaming people for being fit, particularly when we have an obesity crisis that is killing us. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys and gals next time.